everybody. Hello, hello. 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 Right. Yes, MGS 3 or Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Master Collection, and I just want to try this game and on the PlayStation, and I know why reason I buy this game, even support it's selling the game. You can buy this game on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X and PC and Switch. And yes, there's no literally there's no Xbox One though. And yeah, this game I think is gonna be good or not. I just played like 10 minutes and not even like just to see how it goes though. And the game was yeah. Okay, you know, I'm not I like Metal Gear Solid. I like the storyline. I played the Peace Walker and the PSP version, but I played the the other games on Metal Gear Solid. His name's again what's his name? Okay, hold on then. Metal Solid. Okay, the Ground Zeroes. So I played that game already. And yes, there's no options in this game. You can if you want Japanese version and you want language of audio, literally you're not gonna use a English subtitles even you have a Japanese, like I said. So 1964, so hope Volume 2 will by the way gonna be released in this game. Hope so. And Jade Computer, how's it going? Yeah, we're playing English. Let's get into roll because this game is super long, has a very long dialogues you probably don't know. And yes, this is the port of the PS3 version, and I cannot believe it, Konami did that. They just like coding, by the way. Yeah, they never even change anything. Just it's still 720. People said it's 1080p, but no, it's 720 by the way. And yeah, it's a report game. I like MGS 3. Let's try that. Cause I play MGS 3 though. And
after the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
so if you don't know, guys, that if you're wondering where remake's gonna come out, they said that they come out on this year, and I want to play that game. Now, I'm starting getting like this game though, and I'm not a stealth guy. Know about it? Man, I like Hitman. Metal Gear Solid is one of the best, I think. One of the best. Also, MGS 3 is one of the games I played. And I don't know why it froze. Is that frozen? Why it frozen?
Jack, I've got some important news.
Oh god.
The head of the CIA is
Hold on. Okay, the game's froze and alright guys, I'll be right back. Hold on. And okay, how to fix this right now. And sorry guys if the game is frozen. I how to fix. Okay, right, it's okay right now. And 720p and FPS. All right, well, can we just try again? Yeah, it's nice, dude. Sorry if I'm gonna do it again because sorry about that. Sorry, yeah, just kinda sorry about that. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, go Europe version. I don't know what the difference about the North America. Probably because you want me to know about that. If you want to, just know. I'm starting this game. See, 2012. They even mean like 2024. You even see that? That game is on port in PS3.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two.
Okay, there's no
East and
skipping
West.
since, but there's skipping,
This
but
marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
it's gonna be long scenes though. Like, very long scenes. Yeah, I tried this emulator on the RPCS3. I mean, it looks great. And I tried PCX2, and I tried the PS3 version on my PS3 console. And yeah, it's one of my first gameplay on PS3, and the controls are so bad because not bad, but the controller is just does not like does not you know experience on the controller because it's just PS2 but different.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
It's on sale right now. If you want guys grabbing this game, you can check on the PlayStation Store.
All right.
You know you cannot buy everything. 3 games. You can choose pick one if you want just 1, 2, and 3.
Got high
You can
visibility.
pick that. And I hope the Volume 2 there's gonna be a Pacemaker or MGS 4 patrons. Patrons. Because I want to play that game. You know that.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Doesn't care about it, huh? Don't worry. He knows what he's doing.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
I like the action sequence, it's so great. If they remastered the game, like literally remastered, like much remastered,
Depressurization complete.
here
Checking
can't
oxygen
be.
supply.
Yes,
6
it
minutes
can't
to
be.
drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Yeah, I'll play on PlayStation 5. And yes, guys, there's the PlayStation 4 if you want to. And yeah, people said it's so dumb you buy a PS3 port.
Sunrise.
Yeah, it would be fun if they can make a Delta, but if they can mess up, I don't think I'll be far away. And they're gonna release this year. I hope.
External temperature minus
I hope I'm gonna buy that
46
game though.
Celsius. 2 minutes to
Or
drop off.
it will be day
Stand
1
up.
on Game Pass. Okay.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour.
Here helmet says Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
1
It
minute
is.
to drop off. Move to the rear.
That's so cool.
Activate the alarm model.
This is one.
There's a
for
lot of
the
Easter eggs, there's a lot of details
world's
in this
first
game.
Halo jump.
People don't know.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by.
Like when you shoot Asalot, like when he's unconscious, the timeline in the game will broke by the way and it's gonna be mission failed
Spread your
because you
wings and fly.
do not
God be
kill
with you.
Asalot because there's Asalot's on all the series of the game though. I like MGS 1, 2, and 3, and everything is on the series though. Is it Asalot's on the PS1? The time paradox, right? I saw that on the video, and when you kill Asalot, it's gonna be time paradox. Like you ruin the timeline because Asalot is supposed to be alive on all the series.
The head of the
Probably
CIA
know
has
that,
finally
right,
given
guys?
the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
Alright, people said
No,
if
the virtuous mission. The future of our
is
Fox
it worth it to
unit
play
depends
the
on
PS1
its
version? Yes, this is
organized
one way
into
important
Virtuous
this MGS
mission.
game. Even the faces are
Sounds
not
like some
even
kind of
clear enough.
initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
I mean, they should port
So
the
what exactly is
GameCube
this
version
virtual
instead
Well,
the PS1. I mean, PS1 is a
About 2
legendary.
years
I
ago,
know it. One of the best PlayStation 1
certain
games.
Soviet scientists
But
requested asylum in
the new
West
audience in this
through
game
one
right
of
now
our
are
moles.
are modern
His
right
name is
now, which
Nikolai
means you can
Stepanovich
port the
Sokolov.
GameCube.
He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviet's
Kai, hello
top
there.
secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov, isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
I buy this game $8 on Turkey, and it's worth it.
Safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out
It's
first,
really great. I'm gonna
succeeded
say
in
at
sneaking Sokolov
$8.
over the Berlin Wall
That's
shortly
great, dude.
afterwards.
If you buy on like $20 in game, it takes like bruh, compared to $8.
Still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent.
Maybe next time we'll buy
It was only a
MGS5
week
though.
later that we had something much bigger on our
Even
hands.
I already played
Missile crisis.
what's the name called again? Ground Zeroes. I already know the story though.
President Kennedy
Like
received
how-
word that the Soviets were in the
How
process
Big
of
Boss is
deploying
hitting
intermediate
his face
range
though, like
ballistic missiles in Cuba.
damage his face and
Demanded that the Soviets dismantle the
the
missile.
MGS Phantom Pain is
Same time,
even
he
Snake
announced
at
a naval
all.
blockade to prevent
Is
further missile
clone of
shipments.
Snake though, and yeah,
But the Soviets didn't back down.
because
They're
Snake's
placing
just
their armed
hiding
forces on
something
secondary
on
alert.
secret.
Soviet transport ships carrying missiles
I know
continued on
who's-
course towards Cuba.
I know,
US and Soviet
because I've
forces
still
were
not
on
played
alert
MGS
all
5
out the
Phantom
nuclear
Pain
war.
much.
Frantic
But I already played the Ground
negotiations
Zeroes though.
with the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial
Ultima
channels
Macaroni,
to
A.
end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had
President
to make a deal.
Kennedy,
You mean the one where the U.S. agreed to remove its IRBMs?
and the
from
reason why
Turkey?
No.
U.S. Kennedy,
Jupiter
because
IRBMs
he's a president
deployed
from
in Turkey were
1960s.
obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had
I know,
no
people
strategic
Americans
value
know that.
whatsoever to either
I didn't
the
know.
US or the
Because I'm
Russians.
from Philippines,
The
dude.
Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other
That
intelligence
JFK, what
agencies around the
JFK?
world.
What
So
does
what
it
did
mean?
the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov
That's
kept on
why.
screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight.
Oh, okay.
Then a month ago,
Oh,
we
thank you
received some
for
new
the information,
from one
dude.
of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision.
And I wish I had
It's
to
more,
kill,
it's on the verge of
Kennedy
completion.
kill me.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device.
First off,
For half
when
a
I
year
played
now,
this
the Soviets
game,
have been
I
conducting
thought
frequent
that
nuclear tests at
when the
setting up
missions
pins.
though,
Something
I thought
to
it's
do with
Raiden
weapon, I
though.
assume.
We're talking about
said,
a secret
what-
weapon so
is
big
that
that
Raiden,
Khrushchev
like I
was
said?
ready to pull out of
I
Cuba to
mean,
get it back.
it's not even
Sokolov is still
Raiden,
in the
but
facility.
his name is Rain
No,
the Bitch.
according to our intelligence,
Means
he's in
Rain
Selino
Raiden the
Yas,
Bitch
a
or
place
something
in the mountains
like
about
those.
3 miles to the west that's known as the
I think
Virgin Cliffs.
Kojima he just
The Virgin Cliffs.
he make a
Nice name for a
he threat the
They moved
Raiden
in there
by the way. I mean,
just recently.
Raiden's a really cool guy because the
Apparently,
MGS
they're
2
conducting a field test of the weapon.
because the main character
Best chance
was
to get him back.
Raiden,
This
and
mission would
in
never
like
have been
2000
possible
and
if he was
PS,
still in the
all the people
research
said, "Oh, they're angry about why
This is
Raiden is
our
the main
last chance.
character.
Sokolov
Why
must have known that too.
why Solid Snake though? Why Solid Snake? I want Solid Snake to make main character though." So when people are very concerned about that game, and I think Kojima make this game because to apologize all the fans. I mean, they want to make up with it. I like Kojima by the way. I mean, it's just like, Kojima has a lot of potential to make this game, not Konami.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
So, do not change everything. They change the control inputs. That's it.
Once we've confirmed the
I mean, they
rescue
had the
of
same
Sokolov,
as
stand by at the recovery point.
R1
The recovery
and
balloon will be dropped at that
triangle
point.
still, you know that.
Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
That's why he called me Snake, huh? Hate snakes, that's why. The survival. I mean, this game still holds up, I'm gonna say it. They even play on PlayStation 2. Probably I tried the. I just replayed the MGS 3 and I tried the detail of the made by Kojima. When the soldiers just get not caught but get caught by Snake though, and you point in the gun, and you're gonna shake by the way to get all the items. I don't know, just I see that on on the details on the. I don't know, guys, if you tried that, but I tried already. Aviator's a real legend, though. He interviewed the from Master Collection, and he did mention anything about Kojima. He didn't mention the first game. He didn't mention the everything. What the hell, Konami? Just mentioned Kojima, by the way. Wonder what the hell is
You
happening.
copy. You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Alright, John.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Major Tom.
This will be a sneaking mission.
They just
You must not be
changed
seen
the
by
code
the
name though.
You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear?
Oh,
This
that's
kind of
so great.
infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some
Or
medical
just kick
supplies in
them,
your
that's
backpack.
why.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to
Okay.
me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Alright, let's go. And same on the PS3. Just same, guys. I mean, you don't need to buy. Just buy your Xbox 360 if you want to. Which I was again? No, there we go. Triangle. Oh, I mean the action button. Yeah. There we go. Just kicking around the snakes. Nope. Come on, dudes. Just kick the snake, dude. Why are you not kick the snake? There we go. Okay, you don't need a knife. Just kick the snakes. That's why. Oh. With mushrooms. Mushrooms. See, there's another mushroom again. And these is for survivals. That's why. Why you don't like mushrooms? Grow up, guys. Okay, we have the meds. Very important for this training. And if there's any mushroom or snakes, I will get it. Right, okay. Let's climb the trees. Climb. Oh, crap. Oh, that's gonna be a long dial. How many minutes? 23 minutes though. No more than 20 minutes.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll
I
affect
go
your
gear.
performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately.
I know
for
I have to do
example,
voice
and your
with
wounds won't
Snake
heal as
though. It's
smoothly.
just hard.
Keep an
You
eye on
need
your
to deep
stamina
that
so you
way.
don't
You
run
need
out.
to deep it.
To recover lost stamina,
to
you can
make a
hunt for
voice.
local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife.
I wish I was a jungle
My
killer.
only weapon is
Like
a Mark
a
22
predator.
Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That
That's right. It's been fitted with its own
MK22 is
suppressor.
Hush Puppy.
However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it.
Right.
The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see
Well,
you.
guys, I
You
still
can't
don't
let
like.
the enemy know you're there. This
I'm
is a
not
stealth
facial
mission.
stuff.
You're a ghost,
Yeah.
Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured.
How
The
about
military
that?
and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Oh,
Fooling
that's.
them into
I know
thinking
this.
that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back.
Okay, I had to use that just for
I'll keep it in
once,
mind.
but
You
we'll never
said
do
this was a
that.
solo mission, right?
Right.
There's a mission that
I guess that
way
means I
can
can't
use
count on
that.
any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive.
Okay.
My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data.
That's
Whenever
great.
you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She
Zone
also
battles.
helped me plan this mission. She and I were at
Be
SAS
patient.
together.
You guys
Jack,
need
is that
action.
you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
How do you know
You've
that?
lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission.
Hmm.
You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not
Oh my
quite a
god,
soldier.
so many dialogues,
A
dude.
soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission.
Okay.
I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
I will do it.
Gotcha.
Your
Right
mission
now.
is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Yeah. Oh, you-
Commencing virtuous mission now.
let's go. Alright, so we need to go to the boss.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the start button to go to the survival viewer.
I
Then select
already know
camouflage
that.
and press the enter button.
Okay, I know
Select
this, by the
uniform
way.
to select battle fatigues, and face to select face paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage
Oh my God,
is attained by
someone-
selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand
man.
out in your surroundings will attract attention.
Okay. One more.
Visibility is poor in the jungle, so you'll be finding yourself in a lot of unexpected encounters. Naturally,
Okay.
this means that close quarters combat will be more important than ever.
So I'll have plenty of chances to use CQC then.
That's right. In proximity encounters, firing a gun isn't necessarily the best response to every situation. It's only one option among many. Rather than taking the time to draw, aim, and fire a gun, engaging your opponent in hand-to-hand combat can sometimes be a faster and more reliable way of subduing him.
Okay, okay.
Besides, in a sneaking mission like this one, it's too dangerous to go around firing your gun. You'll end up revealing yourself to the enemy.
I'm
Yeah, I
always do
know.
that.
You created CQC to deal with exactly this type of situation.
With your help, of course. In a battle situation, you'll only have a split second to decide how to attack. Use the weapon button to attack using a weapon, and the CQC button to attack using CQC.
Alright.
Press the CQC button once to throw a punch. Pressing it multiple times in succession will allow you to deliver a combo attack.
Okay.
But striking your opponent is just one aspect of CQC. It doesn't really start to shine until you've got your enemy in a hold. Press and hold down the CQC button to grab your opponent with your right hand. From
Right.
there, you can use the left stick to knock your opponent off balance and throw him to the ground.
Okay.
This can be used to knock an opponent out in a single blow.
Right.
If you don't press the left stick, grapple with your enemy until you're behind them and can get your knife to their throat. Grabbing an enemy from behind and holding your knife against his throat will render him virtually powerless. From this
Alright.
point, there are several things you can do. By double-clicking the left stick button, you can slit his throat by using your knife. Move the
Alright.
left stick and press the CQC button to throw the enemy to the ground.
Right.
Tap the CQC button rapidly to choke the enemy. You can use this to knock him out or even kill him if you do it long enough. By continuing to hold down the CQC button, you can move around while keeping your grip on the enemy. By pressing the weapon button, you can aim your currently equipped weapon at another enemy. With their comrade acting as a human shield, the enemy will be reluctant to attack you. Press the left stick button to press your knife against the enemy and demand information.
Alright.
You'll be surprised at how much you can learn this way. But don't get too complacent. While your enemy may be powerless in your grip, he'll use any opportunity he can to counterattack.
Okay. Okay, one more?
You can only use CQC to grab enemies when your right hand is free to grab and pull them toward you. In other words, when you're barehanded or equipped with a one-handed weapon like a survival knife or a handgun. You won't be able to grab hold of enemies when equipped with two-handed weapons, such as the assault rifle or weapons such as hand grenades that don't leave your right hand free to control the enemy.
So in other words, I can't throw enemies with CQC when I'm holding an assault rifle or a hand grenade.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't forget it.
Alright. Could do one more time.
I see you wearing the olive drab uniform.
Okay.
Olive drab, or OD for short, is what you might call the pre-camouflage uniform. Plain-colored OD fatigues are still worn by infantry today, but they'll be replaced sooner or later by patterned camouflage. As you can see, it's got no colors or markings on it, so of course it won't make a very effective disguise. You should change into some other type of camouflage as soon as you can. The gun you're using is a test model of a suppressor-equipped pistol currently in development by the Navy that's been modified by the CIA into a tranquilizer gun.
Alright, guys. Waste your
The
time because
suppressor-equipped pistol
I
it's
want
derived
to
from is itself
know,
being developed for use by
to learn
special
boss
forces
though
based on the
before I go to a
M31.
mission.
The Mark 22.
That's what they're going to call it if they decide to adopt it for official use.
Okay.
It uses a slide lock mechanism that will keep the firing sound down to a minimum.
But I'll have to reload it by hand every time I fire, right?
Right. You won't be able to fire multiple shots at once.
Oh, come
so
on.
Make every shot count. Aim for the enemy's vital spots.
I know this
There's talk of
because
designing the Mark 22 to accommodate special subsonic rounds. But for this mission, you'll be using specifically designed tranquilizer rounds. In a way, these tranquilizer rounds are like miniature syringes. When one of them strikes a target, the impact causes a needle contained within to shoot out, At the same time, chemicals inside the round are mixed to create a gas, which pushes the plunger and injects the tranquilizer into the target.
Okay,
You
okay,
can knock out an
okay.
enemy immediately by shooting them in the head. But if you shoot them in the arm or leg, the tranquilizing agent will take some time to set in. Aim carefully.
Okay, okay. Okay, it's the last one.
Normally, you would ask a fellow soldier how well your camouflage is working. But this is a solo sneaking mission, so nobody out there is on your side. You have to determine how well your camouflage is working by yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, that's what the camo index is for. The camo index tells you how well you've imitated the surroundings. The higher the index, the more well disguised you are. With a high enough camo index, you can
Okay.
even fool enemies inches away. If you are
I
in
just
an area
understand
where
what he's
encounters are a
saying,
high
so probably
concern,
because
keep your
don't
camo
know.
index high. Got it?
Got it. All right. So this is the last one.
In my day, I did my share of
Oh
sneaking into
come
enemy
on!
territory.
I thought this is the last
You mean
one.
since World War II?
Yeah,
Oh
mostly
my
snatch
god.
missions.
Snatch mission. That's where you abduct an enemy officer without killing him, right?
Right. That's where I got the original idea for CQC.
You're invented
In a
that. That's
snatch
great.
mission, taking out the target's escorts by shooting them is not an option. If the enemy hears the gunshot, they'll know there's an intruder and tighten security.
Okay, okay.
And
I
the
know
target will
that.
sense danger and
So
try to get away.
You needed a way to take out the guards and secure the target without making a sound.
That was the idea. The CQC style that you and I developed is based on the techniques I cultivated during those missions. So,
First time I've heard this.
huh?
You've never told me any of this before.
I didn't?
what?
No. Why?
Hmm.
Why didn't you tell me this before? Why now?
I have my reasons.
Huh? What? What? I don't understand.
This is a solo sneaking mission. There's no one out there to support you. You'll need to be more than just a soldier. You'll have to be a medic, a pilot, and even a cook.
You don't need to remind me.
I'm glad to hear that.
Glad to hear what?
That you haven't changed a bit.
Hmm?
The truth is, you're nervous, aren't you?
I'm not nervous.
I'm not.
There's no need to be embarrassed. No one's ever attempted a mission like this before. In fact, you might say that getting nervous is the natural way to react.
Okay, I feel that when I
Relax.
first time played this
That's why
game.
you have the survival viewer. The survival viewer contains everything you
Come
need to stay
on,
alive
it's got
in
so
the
many
field.
dialogues.
Use camouflage to change your camouflage, backpack to select a weapon, food to eat, and cure to heal yourself.
Alright, we'll try one more
The
time.
map option lets you view the map, and the options function lets you change the settings to suit your individual style. The survival viewer is going to be your best friend in this mission, so learn to make the most of it.
Well, survival here with my best friend. What should I do right now?
Choose battle fatigues that match the
Alright, I'll
surrounding
do it one more
environment.
time and
The
I'll go
most
to a mission
effective
right now.
camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
Alright, go. There's no need to be embarrassed, of course. Why do you say that? I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed, right? I'm not nervous. It's as I feel the way I heard about that, so not embarrassed. Okay. Much son of a bitch. Come on. Okay, okay, save the game first.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yes.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla who grows to an enormous
Okay.
size in a nuclear test and goes on a
Oh,
rampage in Tokyo.
Godzilla's release.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too.
Yeah, it's
I
bad.
recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure
Yeah.
know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's,
Yeah,
the
that's
magic
true.
of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Well, Godzilla was original by 1955, and I think 1960s they made it the original one, the America version too. But the original one has the one with Horus, the game one. That's why the minus one was the most success, by the way, the Godzilla, because they made really positive when they made the movie.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Yes.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival
Okay, you
viewer.
said it
The
already.
Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just
What is
stand up
doing?
and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature.
I
Keep that in
remember,
mind as you go along,
guys.
okay?
What's funny about Snake though? He believed Santa Claus though. If he played the Metal Gear Peace Walker, and there's a scenes by the way that they just oh shit. They have conversation with what's his name again? Don't remember, but they have conversation on it, and he said the enemy's on North Pole or something like those, and he said, "Well, Santa Claus will be on there," and I really laughed about he believed in Santa Claus.
Who's that?
Oh no. Oh shit, man. Look at wet. I know. I know what we're supposed to do. Fuck. Oh. There we go. Like Mama said. Oh, no. I remembered. Okay, no time for a run. I did like... Oh no, he see me right. Oh fuck. Oh, whatever. I do not do this. No. I don't need to be afraid. God damn it! Oh, I gotta lie.
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost the enemy. Enter high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Oh, I don't know. They will always be. Well, that went well, I think. Oh, there's more enemies. Be careful. Okay, gonna be here. Ooh, he's not angry, are they? They're not angry.
Who's that? Radio, call HQ.
Right. Something to be alert. Kill them all. I mean, I knocked them all. There's nothing we can do. We need to get a little rusty. Oh yes, we're gonna do that. But high alert in this game. I'm gonna get this cutscenes though, because the enemies are not stupid at all. We're still okay. Find somewhere. Let's go. Found it. Beekeeper. Oh, when I did that. Hey, leave it. Yes, keep running, guys. Keep running. In the bitch. Oh crap, man. No. Well, that's great. No, snake, snake. Yes, I remember. Okay. Look to your side, guys, because it will still spot you if you're not hiding. Oh. Ah, crap, come on. Okay, we have to hold the triangle or the action button. Do that. They have a lot of guns, right? It was somewhere. It's... Don't cut again. Ah.
Major,
That's his
I've reached the abandoned
Walkman,
factory where
right?
Sokolov is supposedly being held.
Or his
This
radio.
place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
I can fully see you. Now you see me, now you see me too. Hope you not see me. Not see you and you not see me. Hope you not see me. Alright, we cannot save the game because we are at high alert.
Who's that?
Don't Don't see it. You can't see me. You can't see me. You can't see me. Can't. You can't. You can't see me, right? Can't see me, right?
Nobody here.
Yes. Thank you.
Huh?
Oh no! Again.
Who's there?
Can't see me again, right? You cannot see me again. If I just gun his head though, I will have very happy.
Nobody here.
Alright, that's great. Sure that I gun him to the point up. Yes. I almost died that game. I mean, almost caught. Okay. I just burn the pages, all this plant stuff.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come, I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb.
I'm America.
Where did you learn to speak it?
from my mentor.
The
Is
boss.
that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Oh crap. My Wi-Fi's just busted or something. Yeah, my Wi-Fi's busted. The buffer, the Wi-Fi's just... Yeah. Oh my god, my Wi-Fi is so busted, dude. And just fight and learn how to fight, dude. Oh, shame. There's so many cinematics, so many dialogues in this game. It's just, wow.
Freeze!
If you guys see the
This is the legendary boss.
yes,
We meet at last.
Ocelot, voiced by Josh Keaton.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
This is really sharpshooter.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Yeah, CQC, guys.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Young gun. Okay, let's save the game. Then end this video.
Do you want to save?
Of course not. What I'm doing. There we go.
Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Nope, never heard of it.
What?
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
How rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Fine. I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fish man.
It's like Chokoi, I
appreciate the
think.
concern.
fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim either.
Are you calling me a fish man?
You started it.
Alright, so I hope you guys really enjoyed, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next